Hello?
Hi, everybody.
Hello, and
Welcome to the Balls from Outside. Sorry, Kieran.
God, you go.
Welcome to the Balls from Outside podcast. This is the first episode.
Quick introduction. I'm Key.
Yes.
I'm Rosa, and we are joined together with the other part of Double Trouble, and that will be
Chris Pratt, apparently.
Chris
I'm
Pratt
Hamish.
and Alex the Lion.
A Sonic OC.
Oh,
So-
Jesus Christ.
How are we all doing? What are we talking about today? What's on the agenda?
Well, I figured. I think it was something we saw in the news last week or something. I can't remember. I thought we'd spend the first episode talking about pets we've had over the years. Any pets we've had, any happy memories of them, any funny habits. Who wants to go first?
Ooh, now
You guys take it away.
okay. So you guys, I know, like, you guys have known me for quite some time, and you both know about my husky, Diesel.
Yeah.
Now, what I didn't tell you is that Diesel is a very, very odd dog.
Mhm.
So what happened is that he'd when we go on walks and we throw balls, he'll bring back maybe 1, 2.
None of which were his.
None of them were his, but there were still balls lying around.
Balls from outside.
Yeah, balls.
He brought the balls from outside.
Yeah.
Oh God. What way to start?
Yeah.
My dog is an absolute killer of plushie toys. That's why he's not allowed to come anywhere near mine.
I mean, aren't dogs like that? Normally, they just like to chew things.
Yeah, I mean, Diesel loved to chew almost everyone's footwear, especially mine's.
Thank you.
And
Yeah, I remember you got really pissed at that.
now, the thing is, because Diesel is a husky, Diesel can actually argue back with people, and people will know this. Huskies have that personality.
They're drama queens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So when we'd be like, Diesel, you're a bad boy. He's like, ah! You just hear like that big howl, and then next thing you know, it's just like, why would you do this? Why would you? But in the end, Diesel was a good boy, and he'd always kept everyone happy, even though he doesn't like being called a bad boy.
Well, do any dogs really?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, that affects them to their core. They're like, "What? I'm not a bad boy."
I think the funniest thing about
Even if
dogs.
they've apparently done something wrong.
I think the funniest thing about dogs is that when you go home and you see a mess, you see the dog there, they're not making eye contact. You know they're guilty.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah. If they've chewed like the tissue papers or like toilet paper or your shoes or your underwear, they will not look at you. I've noticed that Diesel did not like to look at us. I don't know if that happens to Chancho.
Yes, it does.
It's just a dog thing. They will not make eye contact. Their ears will drip, and they'll be like,
Because they know they know they've done something wrong. That's the thing.
See with cats, you would never get that, because I've had like 15, 20 cats in my life. You catch a cat doing something like we had a couple of cats like a decade or so ago. I'd go through in the middle of the night to get something to eat. You'd see one of them on top of the fish tank. They would not give a slightest hint of guilt. Be like, "Yeah, I'm on the fish tanks. What of it?"
Yeah, they're strange beings because they think they're above everybody.
That's true.
Cats want to rule the world.
Yeah.
I think that too.
Mhm.
Like cats.
I mean, when you think about it, most species have only one life. Cats have 9. It's like they're made to rule the world.
How is anyone actually like properly?
I don't know how you.
confirmed that?
I don't know how you would test that.
I mean, legally, I don't think you're meant to test it.
No.
No, I mean I know, but like
Absolutely not.
has anyone actually seen this happen? Have they seen a cat, like a stray cat, say, get like hit by a car? Did they see it come back up just without any wounds? Or
I'd have questions. If that could happen, I'd have questions about where Missy is.
I think it originates from the fact that cats can kind of almost always land on their feet, which is also a myth, by the way, because I've seen my cat fall.
Have you tried dropping a cat?
No, I didn't drop the cat. It tried to jump onto a cabinet, but it was too fat to fit on the cabinet, and then it fell off the cabinet and landed on its butt. And then it ran away from embarrassment.
Well, I've noticed that cats do
Alex
that. I've noticed
Alex the lion lands on his face.
I've noticed cats do that. They will do whatever, but at the slightest hint of them being embarrassed or in danger, they will just run.
Yep.
If you threaten the mother's kitten, she'll go all feral at you.
Yeah, they will get pissed. I mean, it's supposed to be fair, isn't that like any mother, no matter what species it is?
Yeah, like it actually reminds me, like my mum has like 3 cats. She used to have 4. I don't know what happened to Luke. But like when Kiara gave birth to her first litter, which was Little Spot and Charlie, it was cute. She had her second litter, and at the same time, Little Spot had her first litter, and then Kiara kind of still didn't mind. But when it came down to the third litter, and Little Spot was on her second litter, Kiara would just fuck off and just leave the kittens, and then Little Spot would actually pick up the kittens and actually let them feed off of Little Spot, which is kind of cool. Just seeing that, it's like, okay.
That was Kiara's second litter. So Millie wasn't in them, was she? Because Little Spot's her mother.
Yeah, Little Spot's is Millie's mum.
What happened then? Millie's a bitch. She's a psychopath.
Little Spot.
But the thing is, we've actually Anne now knows.
She knows how Millie works.
Millie works, and it's kind of weird because Millie can do this thing where she can open doors. She can actually.
She hates doors being shut.
She does, and it's quite funny because you just see the door hand. You think someone's at the door, and then your front door opens, and it turns out to be Millie.
I'm sure she has come in the front door that way. She just walks in like she owns the place.
Oh God! I mean, I had I had cats. I already had cats when I got Chancho. So it took a while for them to get kind of used to each other.
Of course.
Just because the cats were obviously like, why the hell is there a dog here? Like they were like scared of him and everything like that. And he'd sometimes try and chase after them. He'd never try and like hurt them, but he'd always like
he was
be in
playful.
it for, like, to play with them. Yeah. But I remember at one point they would get on a bit better, and I remember both of them kept following me for something, and I was like, I was trying to go out the house, and I was like, they were both following me, and I'm like, guys, just bugger off! I'm trying to get out of here. And I shut the door, but the door was like back in my old house. The door had like these windows, so you could see what was happening on the other side. And the two of them just looked at each other, and then both walked away in the same direction, as if to say, like, oh, what an idiot. What oh man, what a jerk! Like, why didn't he listen to us?
I once had a cat. Not a cat. I once had a cat following me. I knew it was following me. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a he or a she. I'll just call it a he. I'm not sure if he would. I knew he was following me because he was wearing a ringing bell on his collar.
You can't be sneaky with a ringing bell.
He was like following me on my way home from. I'm not sure which moment in time that was, but it was somewhere around Project Search or temporary work at Edinburgh Court. Edinburgh Waverley. City Edinburgh Council, but a neighbour also noticed that, and he was like, "Wow, you've I think you've made a new friend.
See,
But then after a few minutes, after a few steps, he eventually stopped following me.
you're onto his secret.
Cats always have secrets.
They do.
See, well, I think about 12 years ago, my mum had a similar situation. It was Easter Sunday, I think. She was going to the local cat rescue to drop off cat food. And then when she's there, she spots this tortoise shell with the most adorable eyes ever. And my mum's a cat lover as well, so she's like, I'll take her. She goes in to drop off cat food. She comes out with a cat. And the plan. It took us 3 days to name her. By the way, her legal name is Princess, but I was like, I refuse to call her that.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
She doesn't tell you what to do.
And she was my mum's cat initially, but this is her problem. She adopted her about a week before she went on holiday to Iceland. And do you remember back in 2010? I think there was a volcanic eruption around Iceland.
Mm-hmm.
It delayed her flight home by 2 weeks, so it was me and Missy together for 2 weeks, and she bonded with me instead of bonding with her, despite being her cat. And Missy was weird. She's probably the most affectionate cat I've ever known. She will come up, she will lick me, she will hug, she will cuddle into me. But the weird thing is, she's an affectionate cat, but she hates being lifted.
That's strange.
She will make the loudest yell imaginable, and then about pretty much actually. Because Rosa, you were there for that, weren't you?
It sounded like she was going to play.
She would be the cat version of the screaming goat.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Actually, she was. Yeah, so we never figured that out. The most affectionate cat in the world. She died a few years back, but the most affectionate cat in the world, and yet she hated being lifted.
That's funny.
She will wrestle her way out of your arms. It's like, I don't know, Rosa. How would you describe holding Missy? How would you describe that?
I guess it's kind of trying to balance So I would say try and balance in a tray on one hand
while you're sliding on ice.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Ice.
Like you're trying not to drop her, but at the same time she's like, no, I will jump. And it's just,
that's funny.
Why?
I do remember one time you were at my mum's house. It was before I moved out, and we were testing the intelligence of all three cats at the time.
Yeah.
They were all in the kitchen on the worktop in front of the fish tank. We put a treat on top of the fish tank for all three of them. Missy got it in one. Hope took a few seconds to get it. Emmy, he was just staring at it non-stop. It was 3 feet from his face. He never found it. See, I named him after Doc Brown from Back to the Future, a genius, by the way, and yet the cat was a complete idiot.
You should have had them duke out in an epic rap battle.
Oh, God.
Epic rap battle!
Doesn't compare to Daz's stupidity.
Oh, I don't know, actually.
I think Daz is
convinced
super.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Convinced
actually.
Daz does not have a brain.
Oh, she doesn't. You know how she struggles to eat bugs sometimes? I've seen her take several attempts just to eat a bit of lettuce.
Oof.
She's special.
Yeah, Kieran, I think I was in bed, but next thing you know, I hear that Kieran just yell, "Small bites!" And I'm like, wait, what's going on?
I gave her a bit of, we discovered a few days ago, Daz actually likes eating lettuce, so I gave her a bit. She tries to eat it in one go. It's like trying to down a Toblerone.
I mean, to be fair, right?
It's Daz.
You got to go big or you got to go home. Like when you eat that.
She didn't try and bite it. She was like,
That's how I eat food.
Well, no chewing. You just eat down it in one.
Yeah, like, yeah.
I'm sometimes a bit of a chunky eater as well. Like I take chunky bites out of even our toast, or a burger, just because I'm enjoying it.
See, that's my problem. I can't eat food in big bites. I have to take small baby-sized bites, otherwise I'll choke on them. And Rosa's witnessed this.
Yeah, you can choke on like iron brew.
I choke on that. I choke on anything.
You just have like, I imagine you have like a tiny bit of rice. It's just like,
Yeah,
here you go.
I've done that.
Listen, the thing is, like, Kieran is actually choking on air, never mind like anything.
Yeah,
Because
it still perplexes
We
me.
were just like watching. I think we were watching something, and next thing you know, I hear Kieran going, and it's like, "You're right." He's like, "I just choked." I'm like, "What's going on?"
It's so funny. I mean, to be fair, sometimes I choke on my own like spit, and I'm like, but like I can eat like I remember once when I was really hungry and I was out for lunch with someone.
Oh no.
And like I ordered this like big burger. I basically finished it in like 2 bites. I just like unhinged my jaw and just went.
So you turned it. You did a snake basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Like I've got a really big jawline, so it's really funny. Like I could just open up my like. I've got like a huge mouth, so
You should be in Big Mouth.
no, I want to be in Big Mouth. I'm gonna get a horny demon monster inside of me.
Oh, I've actually watched those, like the loud Big Mouth, and I actually think it's quite funny.
To be fair, Rosie, you find South Park funny.
I don't think
South Park is funny.
I never got into it. I never got it.
I don't like Big Mouth actually. I like South Park, but I can't watch Big Mouth.
I think with my taste in comedy, I peaked with Family Guy and American Dad, and it's just down from there. I can't do anything further than that.
Have you guys seen Smiling Friends?
Smiling Friends.
It rings a bell, Rosa. I think you've seen that. I think you've seen that. Hold on, what's it about?
So it came out recently, like last week, basically.
Then she's never seen it. Then
No.
But like it's really funny. It's about these 2 kind of co-workers who work for a company that make people smile. It's animated. It's like an adult sort of one, and just the humor is just so funny because they get these clients, and there was one where it was just a shrimp man, and he's just like. It's made by like one of the creators is Zach from like he's on Only Plays. You might have seen him, but he's like Psychic Pibbles, so he's made a few animations and stuff. And Michael Cusack, who's also like another animator on things. Like they're like it's made by people who like worked at Newgrounds and YouTube and stuff, which is really cool. But like it's just really funny. Like there was this one bit in the show where Charlie just like one of the characters like ends up in hell, and he has to try and like persuade Satan to bring him back to life, and he meets his grandmother there, and she's just like at one point, yeah, and the reason why she's there is because she said "damn" at one point, yeah, and he's just like, well, that doesn't seem really fair. I don't think you should be in hell for that.
What if she said "fuck"?
Yeah, and like at one point she's just like, take a bit of take some candy for the journey over there, and she's just got this lollipop. He's just like, no thanks. And she's just like, more for me. She's just like sucking on it, but it's just like rapidly, like the anime. It's like 2 frames of animation just rapidly going back and forth, and it's really funny. Yeah, you guys would love it. It's so funny.
Actually will probably see that.
I think
it's so good.
I think the last time we saw something like that we absolutely loved was the Mickey Mouse shorts on Disney Plus.
Oh, those are great.
Those were great.
I think
I liked the one where I liked the bit where in that episode where Mickey and the crew are given this kind of house with an AI that is meant to like help all your needs. And when Mickey's about to read a book, the AI gives a spoiler and cuts it short to Mickey just pulling a frowning face.
Yeah. His mother dies,
Yeah, as we were saying, if you caught any of this at all, everybody, we were just talking about how we're still doing our best to keep spoilers from leaking out.
Well, for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I've not seen it yet. I saw the Eternals the other day, but I haven't seen Spider-Man yet.
I didn't bother with the Eternals.
It's a movie that's almost good. It has a lot going for it, but the story is very padded.
See,
yeah.
One thing we were talking about just before the whole I don't know what happened there. Cuphead, the show.
Oh, that looks good.
That looks really good. It's done by a lot of the same people who worked on the Mickey Mouse show.
Helpful.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's one of my most anticipated shows of the year so far. So
it's a classic animation. That's always good stuff.
Yeah.
It works so well. And someone on Twitter was complaining about like, oh man, it looks terrible. And I'm like, are you looking at the same thing I'm looking at? It looks great. Like they've replicated it really well.
Yeah. I think it looks really awesome as well.
I'm just a sucker for 1930s animation.
Well, yeah, and some shots even reminded me of like the old Tom and Jerry shorts, or the Looney Tunes shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, this is very authentic. Like, it was really cool.
Especially if you get props and locations coming alive. That's very 1930s harmonizing Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's gonna be good. Like, I'm looking forward to it.
We also think like some of the SpongeBob characters are in it. Like in the trailer, we see a cow that's kind of running away.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of sounded like Patrick a little bit.
They probably have some voice actors that are very similar to them on there.
I mean, the one who we heard, it was Patrick. There's no getting away that is him.
Yeah, there's really no getting away, especially when you watch SpongeBob as much as I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love. To be fair, I haven't watched SpongeBob in a while, but I do like SpongeBob.
Oh God.
At the pet store that I work at, we actually have a bunch of SpongeBob stuff for fish tanks.
Oh, I've seen that at our one as well. It's like a giant Krusty Krab fish tank.
Yeah, part of me kind of wants to buy it, just not even for fish, just because it looks cool. Like, I really like stuff like that.
I would actually buy it for Daz, just considering how Daz is quite dim.
Well, you want to imagine putting Daz in a fish tank.
I mean, she kind of just. Right now, she's really loving her Pride Rock right now. And she won't leave it unless she has to go to bed.
Pride Rock.
But there's an also, like, Chip scratches her tank. I think she's kind of teaching Daz to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Because...
Chip knows how to get her attention.
Yeah. Now Daz is kind of like scratching on the side, the glasses as well, and it's kind of just at that point where would you stop?
Stop it. Get some help.
We need Michael Jordan.
At the store that I work in, the pet store.
Mm-hmm.
And about one point, I had to run to the back because I was like almost dying from laughter. I was trying to keep it in because I wasn't meant to be laughing. There was this dog in the store. Like, it must have been like a puppy or something. But like it was just looking at another dog, and like it was barking, but it sounded like the barks were so high pitched that it sounded like a human screaming. Just ah! 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 And I was like, I had to run to the back of the store because I was like, what the. Like, that actually sounds like a human being, like just screaming at someone. And I remember one of my colleagues was just like, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, it's a dog.
A human's been tortured.
Someone brought a gun into the pet store. Someone help us.
It's just like, sometimes you just can't believe like things that make that sound. Like, there is a frog, I believe, and it's called the Angriest Frog because it looks so angry. It is a tiny little frog, and you hear it squeak so loud, and it's like, what on earth is that?
Yeah, frogs are funny that way.
I
watched a video of two frogs fighting, and it was both of them puffing up like the weird mouth things. Like
for some reason, that's making me think of that Metapod versus Metapod fight from Pokemon.
The noise it made was just.
It sounds like a couple of musicians having a bass fight, having a bass off.
Bass off.
They basically have their bass guitars on them, and they pull the string and try and get some reverb. I mean, I suppose if you twang a bass string really loudly and it's not tuned properly, you probably could get that sound.
Tuna bass.
Oh, what we? Right. So I actually said this to Hamish. The animations of the new Five Nights at Freddy's.
Speaking of frogs fighting,
Well, technically they do have a frog animatronic.
do they?
Yeah. They have a hippo. They have like other ones that you've never seen. So hold on.
Quickly Google.
The more Five Nights at Freddy's franchise had went on, the more I've kind of lost interest and I'm kind of out of touch with the whole story.
It's very
Yes.
different. It's very different than it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in my opinion, it should have ended with Five Nights at Freddy's 3.
Right. So
She's looking this up too. If you're listening to the audio version of this, you wouldn't know, but she's quickly googling it to
Yeah.
get a reference.
So you have.
Let me just like simulate the noise. Woo!
Here we go. So here's the frog here. It's female. This is the frog.
Let's see.
So you like the animation, basically?
Yeah. I think everyone's done an amazing job on just like 3D animation. Like there was one of them, and I have to give this one credit. Freddy actually ends up saying, "Gregory, do you see a vent down there? Have you ever heard of Among Us?" And Freddy just couldn't stop sniggering. I was just like, "Gregory, have you ever heard of Among Us?"
I find the whole Freddy that. It's funny you mentioned the whole like animatronics changing their kind of like how they look.
Yeah.
Because like not to like pat myself on the back too much here, but like me and Freddy in the same years that game has been out have like gone through the same transformation in terms of like body weight. like when that game came out, I was like really overweight, and Freddy was just kind of like chunky. And now in the newest game, what is it? He's kind of just more top heavy. Like he's just like he's shaped like a fucking Dorito. And like I feel like I've become that as well. Like I've lost a lot of weight in like the mid part of my body. It's really weird.
Yes. Speaking of Five Nights at Freddy's,
I'm looking forward to doing the voice. I like doing voices. I can kind of do Pete from Mickey Mouse. I don't know if
you just put on a severely butchered Butch voice for that one.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about a Mickey, Donald, and Goofy cartoon, and I think it's where they're house sitting for a couple of people. Mickey, Donald, and Goofy are in one house, and then Pete's in the other one.
right?
I think they make him an apple pie or something. And it said, "Well, isn't that right, neighborly? I made something for you too."
So-
Oh, what is it? Don't know. Found it in my belly button.
I found it in my belly button. Wait, how big is this belly button?
It's massive. It's
got
on
a
House of
big old belly.
it's on House of Mouse, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was lint or something. He put on a plate, and Mickey actually ate it.
Why would Mickey? You knew it was from his belly button. Why did you eat it?
Well, actually, I should mention he didn't mention it was from his belly button until after he ate it.
Oh, did he like it?
I can't remember actually. I'm gonna have to rewatch that cartoon.
This tastes amazing. What is it made of?
I don't know. Found it in my belly button.
Oh.
I made it from my penis. It's cum, Mickey. It's a cum pie.
God.
What the fuck? You just swallowed semen, Mickey. What makes you a father?
Oh no.
Not how it works, Goofy.
Oh God, you never see that on Disney Channel.
that's on Disney Plus.
Oh God.
You have to pay. You have to pay extra for
Double
Pete's cum.
XL.
Disney Triple X.
You
Wait,
ever
wait,
heard
wait,
about
wait,
the-
wait a minute. You've heard of Disney XD? This is Disney Triple XD. Oh.
Mickey's Cum House.
If Mickey has an OnlyFans account.
Mickey Pee-Pee's got an OnlyFans.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Pete, I come in pies.
Oh,
You've seen
no.
the original of that. They were like, it's like a kid's drawing, but they misspelt because it's like Buzz Lightyear, but they misspelt "come in peace."
Oh no.
So it's just this like really funny looking Buzz. It's just like, I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in pies. Like they misspelled it by accident.
See, now I'm trying to think because kids have trouble spelling words when they're younger. What if they were told to write the word "come," but they weren't told it's COME?
A lot of the time that has led to, oh hey look, come.
And they didn't know what it means.
Father's gonna come home tonight.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'm coming. I'm cuming.
It actually reminds me of something we saw on the internet, and it was like, I think someone says on their like paper assignment, who is your hero in your member of family, and they says, well, my mum, because daddy went to heaven.
Oh.
And they're like, and she took she graded the paper as well. The teacher graded it an A+, and he turned around and said, sorry about your dad.
Ow.
Oh God. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Oh dear.
Dad will be back. He just went to go pick up cigarettes.
In heaven.
I find it weird how he said he's going to pick up cigarettes. He doesn't smoke.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like like the math questions are so fucking stupid nowadays. Like, I think back when I was in high school, I think
You got lippy.
No, it wasn't the fact I got lippy. Like in textbooks, it say John buys 50 bananas or 50 whatever.
Uh-oh. I can imagine where this goes.
John gives away 20 to between 4 friends. And then I think someone says, why would John buy 70 bananas if he's got one friend?
Yeah, like is John perhaps an ape? Is John's real name King Kong by any chance? Is this his disguise? How big is John? Is John special?
It's reminding me of Who from Scatoony for some reason. Probably because he was a giant ape. Except in his case, instead of throwing bananas, he threw his own shit at people.
Oh God, Scatoony. That's a show I've not heard about in like a decade.
Oh.
Jeez.
Yeah. So like in math questions, it's like, Miss whatever. Just a random name.
Miss whatever. That's her real name.
5 liters of water.
Oh no.
And she saves only 2 liters for her younger sister.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Dehydration.
Someone wrote down and says that dehydration or that woman's fucking thirsty as shit.
Yeah, that's what it is. Also, you're saving, like, if you're saving for your sister, like, I hope you brought a glass because you're going to be sharing the same spit. Sharing COVID, jeez. Like, what's wrong with you, you fucking animal?
It was just like, it was just so funny because like all the people they're not actually physically doing math, they're actually writing down it's either that or diabetes or bananas or whatever, and it's just like the answers are just
diabetes.
so funny.
John had 1 diabetes, but he wanted to share it with his friend. How do you do that? I don't know.
Sarah has an STD.
Oh no!
And she wanted to share it with
if
the
you wanted
world.
To share it with 5 people,
how many people
will get
are in the world?
STDs, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
std.tv/player.
I remember we saw AVGN review Game Boy accessories. There's a company that called STD.
Oh, that's an unfortunate company.
Are you having fun? Oh, I love fun.
Elephant!
You sound like Eric from Billy Madison.
Wait, I don't think have I seen Billy Madison?
I think I watched it a couple of months ago, and it kind of holds up, but the ending is really, 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 really dumb.
I do like me a dumb ending.
It's because it's a weird thing. He draws a gun in the middle of a like a big well, basically a game show at that point. He draws a gun. The principal doesn't react. A giant wrestler comes on and tackles him, and the high school teacher doesn't respond.
I mean,
this area is obvious.
And then for some reason, Steve Buscemi shows up with a sniper rifle.
to be fair, right? How would you respond to that?
He just sits there like he just sits there like he just leans on the podium like it's just another day at high school.
Yep, this is my life.
I
bet you're wondering how I got in this situation. Have you heard of J Station?
I think I have, actually.
He was his channel, but like I'm not going to go into the whole thing because there's a lot to get into. But he would like do like Ouija board videos of like talking to the dead and stuff. Like at one point, he tried to trick people into thinking his girlfriend had died, and then like after he like put that fake thing on, he like made a video trying to contact her for the Ouija board, and it was so bad. It was like because it was so disingenuous. It was like. The video was like, what's up, guys? My girlfriend is dead. I'm going to try talking to her through the Ouija board. I'm so upset, guys. Like, it's like...
Tasteless.
What? Like...
That's tasteless.
That's tasteless, but it's so stupid. How dumb do you think I am? She's going to go up to Popeyes and pick me up a sandwich, but she never came back. So now I'm going to try and talk to her through the Ouija board.
Why? Where's my... What, you got to ask, where's my fucking chicken sandwich?
Yeah. Where did you go?
I don't feel this big gouge, but I wanted to ensure you grasp my new position as off the picking order.
Oh, okay, I
For the
hear.
sake of your people, Mike will keep the name.
Sorry, I'm just listening to Dean's Frieza impression. It was pretty good.
You Yugi boy. No, that's the wrong anime. That's the completely wrong anime.
I see. The funny thing about Ouija boards is that you can think it works, but then you watch what Penn and Teller did. They had everyone blindfolded, and then they turned the Ouija board upside down.
See, you can be an idiot and use a Ouija board, or you could be Chad like me and use a Luigi board, which summons Luigi into your
I
house.
saw that coming. No, we're fine.
And then he's like, Mario, where are you? And I'm like, I'm not Mario, I'm Chris Pratt. It's a Mario.
Oh, by the way, I'm actually very glad that I have it for you that your video has actually reached 2,000 views. Well, that is amazing, man.
Thank you. I'm very shocked, and I'm very concerned about what people have been thinking about it. Thank you.
It might be real, but we're not sure.
Yeah, some people are like, man, I really like what Chris Pratt did with the performance. I'm like,
it's not fucking Chris Pratt.
It's me.
I wonder what's going to happen once the movie comes out and it turns out it really was false all along. What people are going to unsubscribe from it?
That fucker lied to us.
I mean, I put in the comments of the video, look, guys,
This is not real.
I'm not a voice actor. This isn't a real leak. I'm not Chris Pratt. Like, thank you for all the views. I really appreciate it. But like, it's not real. And some people are still like, nah, it's a cover up. It's real. Like, people are like, he's being paid by Nintendo not to tell us. It's like, I'm not being paid shit.
If it was leaked, if it was real leaked, Nintendo would have cancelled the movie.
Nintendo would have shot me in the back of the head.
Yeah.
The video if it was real, the video would have been gone day 2.
If it was real, I would have been gone day 0. Like, Nintendo would have been right at my door with like...
So basically, Nintendo's the mafia at this point.
Yep.
Pretty much. They probably would have been outside my door being like Miyamoto would be out there, be like, hey, monsieur, I'm out. What? And then they're going to bring the real Mario to try and kill me. I know you're in here, you fucker!
So basically,
Get out of here!
So basically, they do a Mario version of Shadow the Hedgehog.
He brings a gun.
There's a game for you.
He just brings an AK-47 to my house. Oh god, Marius, what a gun!
Talking of Shadow, I just got a 4-inch articulate figure of Shadow the Hedgehog just recently
Nice.
on Amazon.
Nice.
That's cool.
I can only imagine Mario bringing a gun now.
All right. Do you want your kneecaps first or your head?
He's still polite about it.
Mario, please.
Now here's a thought. Can you give Wario a gun and not have him be like Yosemite Sam?
He's like,
Oh, this is a pistol. I think this is a pretty cool. I'm going to use this in the street.
and then he just gets arrested immediately.
What? I just had the gun in the street and I was pointing at people. I thought it was funny.
Wario, you can't just point at people with a gun in the street.
I thought it was a water pistol.
This is America.
I mean, it's America after all. It's the land of freedom, and I'm free to shoot people.
The thing is, like, speaking of Wario, they actually did a Five Nights at Freddy's Wario. And you actually see
God.
Wario and Luigi and things like that, and it's very, very disturbing because when you see Wario's pure white eyes and his mouth open, like hanging open, it's really disturbing.
Didn't they make a Mario version of Five Nights at Freddy's? I know they did one of SpongeBob.
They
They
did.
did one of Five Nights at Wario's, Five Nights at Peach's, Five Nights at...
They did Five Nights at the Krusty Krab for some reason.
Yeah.
Imagine SpongeBob with a gun. There's an image for you. He gets sick
Mr.
of
Krabs, I don't think I'm going to be having this of me on my person.
He finally cracks and gets sick of Patrick's shit and goes to shoot him. No, I would watch. I hate.
All right, Pat, I want my box back.
See, I hate. Yeah,
Take it easy, SpongeBob.
would it
Just
be-
take it easy.
Would it be for the dumbest reasons? Because it is SpongeBob. See, I hate.
I'm not going to take it easy until you give me my photo back.
See, I hate
SpongeBob,
SpongeBob.
put the gun down.
See, I hate SpongeBob, but I would watch that episode if Patrick finally gets killed.
But Mr. Krabs, I thought we were making burgers, not going in the mafia.
Money, 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 money.
Actually, I just thought there's a spoof movie for you. You do SpongeBob version of The Godfather, but you have Mr. Krabs be Vito Corleone.
Look how they massacred me, boy.
We gotta cover this up. We do not want we do not want his mother to see this.
You cannot do this to me, Krabs! What college?
Actually, can you imagine?
I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
Actually, on that thought, can you imagine a SpongeBob version of Scarface?
Oh God.
Say hello to my little friend. Nah!
Well, instead of a machine gun, what would you give SpongeBob?
The leaf blower. But it's just him blowing out, like, I don't know, jellyfish or something.
Blowing Squidward as well.
He uses his eye.
Oh God, he's blowing his nose.
SpongeBob. That's
SpongeBob's
not what you think it is.
SpongeBob, no, Squidward's just sort of there, not caring what happens.
I'm not paid enough to be dealing with this shit. I want to go home now. You're not paid enough to go home, boy.
See, actually, I just realized, in Scarface, Tony Montana rises to the top to be a drug kingpin in the cocaine world. What would that be in SpongeBob?
They rise to the top in SpongeBob by selling Krabby Patties. It's the patty market is what we'll call it.
I can imagine Squidward just walking in, not having a clue what's going on, and he's like, whatever.
Whatever.
and then he goes home just as the other, oh god, I forget what their names are in it's the other drug cartel. They come in to kill SpongeBob, and Squidward just walks in, not giving a shit about anything.
Well, another day in my job.
Another day, another migraine.
Another day, another migraine.
Gee, Squidward, maybe if you went down to the Krusty Krab more often, I'd be able to eat more Krusty Krabs.
Get fucked, starfish.
We don't serve actual crabs here, Patrick. That would be illegal. That's called crab trafficking, Patrick.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Nor is horseradish.
Oh God.
Just SpongeBob. Let's make it. You know what? Screw it. We're not doing a podcast anymore. Let's make our own SpongeBob episode. All right.
Oh God.
Give me a premise.
Masturbation.
You'd never get that on Nickelodeon.
Good premise. Okay. So the episode starts out.
So basically, SpongeBob is squeezing his sponge.
Yeah.
It's like, oh
we
yeah.
did see SpongeBob's ass cheeks on Nickelodeon.
You see his dick.
So
That would be
He's got a
Nick.
sponge.
That would be Nick at night.
Nick at night. he just grabs his little spongy balls and he's like,
Oh yeah.
and then Patrick's just like, oh, what are you doing?
It's not what I looks like. I was just
Looking at holidays.
looking at holidays.
Naked?
Yeah.
Me too.
This
They're
is
both
fun.
naked.
This is better than any SpongeBob episode I've ever seen.
And then Mr. Krabs walks in. It's like,
You can't be doing that, lad.
Would he be naked?
no. He's the only... maybe at the end he will be. He's like,
You can't be doing that, boy. You'll go blind.
But Mr. Krabs, it feels so good.
Aye, lad. It feels good at the moment, but it's sinful.
It sounds.
And you, like I said, you'll go blind.
It's,
So stay off it.
you know what's weird? This sounds like this is turning into a Sonic Says segment from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like Sonic tells Scratch and Grounder not to jerk it.
remember, kids, if you touch yourself, you're gonna go blind.
And if you go blind, that's no good.
Step 1, tell your teacher. Step 2,
Tell your parents.
Step 3, get out of there. Don't forget to tell me. It's really funny.
On the subject of Sonic, among the movies I'm looking forward to this year is Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I've made a list of characters that I hope, and probably would say makes sense if they appeared in the mid-credit scene of Sonic 2, like how Tails did at the mid-credit scene of the first Sonic movie.
Yeah.
So here it goes. On my list is Amy Rose, Metal Sonic, Cream the Rabbit and Cheese, and maybe the Chow Garden.
I mean, honestly, if they make a Sonic 3, the most obvious one would be Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be the most obvious one. Maybe get Metal Sonic in there as well.
They're either going to do Metal or Shadow. I don't think they're going to do both. I'd be surprised if they did both.
I think it would be pretty cool to see a new character appear at the mid-credit scene. Because, people got so excited when Tails appeared in the mid-credit scene. So it would be cool to see maybe Amy, or Metal Sonic, or Shadow, or Silver. Just anyone. A fan favorite.
I unfortunately somewhat got spoiled because I knew Tails was going to be in the movie. Like there was like a YouTube video that had like leaked it, so I didn't see the video. I didn't see the video, but I was like, oh man, now I already know he's going to be in the movie. But when I saw the end credit scene, I was still excited when he showed up. I was like, oh yes, Tails.
See, I'm pretty sure when Rosa and I were going to go see it, you were like, do not Google it and stay till the end credits.
Yes, yeah. Like
I don't think we knew that. Rosa, did we know that Tails was going to be in it? I don't think we did.
No, we didn't. Not that.
But Hamish, I remember you were saying, "Trust me, stay until the end."
Yeah.
It's pretty.
No,
it's good. It's good that they got Colleen to voice Tails though, because she is probably the best Tails voice at this point.
Certainly one of them.
I like Kate Higgins. Yeah.
I'm a bit biased with Kate because she did Pauline as well.
And I suppose the issue is, I think she started in Shadow. I think, yeah, that would be right because that's when Mike Pollock started.
Yeah.
She did have a few dud games, but she was like Shadow and Sonic 06, but she was good in Sonic Unleashed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I forget who voiced Tails in Colors and Generations, but Colleen
It's
was really good.
Kate Higgins did Colors.
Did she?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only know this because I looked her up after playing
Did they keep
Mario Odyssey.
Did they keep her for Colors Ultimate?
They did, and they also did her for the cartoon, the Rise of the Wisps.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think Colleen may be my favorite, probably because of Sonic Boom. That's probably she probably became my favorite from that.
I find it not to discredit either of them because they're both great, but I actually find it really hard to tell the difference between like both their voices and as Tails.
I mean, to be fair, I'm like that with Travis Willingham and the new guy voicing him, Dave something or other. I forget what his name is. He did him in I think his first game was Team Sonic Racing, and because was Travis in Sonic Forces?
Yes, I believe he was.
Probably was. And then, hold on, I think it's Dave Willingberg. I'm going to look him up quickly. That honestly, I heard a couple of cutscenes in Team Sonic Racing, and I couldn't tell the difference.
Like, I obviously I'm looking forward to.
Oh, it's Dave B.
Knuckles.
It's Dave B. Mitchell that voices Knuckles.
I'm looking forward to both the Mario and the new Sonic movie. I have no clue what the Mario movie is going to turn out to be like.
You're expecting something that's a complete train wreck, but to be fair, we thought that for Sonic as well.
I mean, it could surprise me. It's going to be funny either way, though.
I mean, what kind of, considering we have Chris Pratt, what kind of voice are you hoping for?
Kind of, okay, realistically, with Chris Pratt. Because I would want Mario's normal voice, but we're not getting that. Realistically, for Chris Pratt's Mario, I kind of hopefully go for a like Emmett from the Lego Movie, but he's Italian.
Oh God! I mean, it might be doable because you never know.
Right, for some strange reason, I can't get the soft like brush on this, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
I mean, Charlie Day, who plays Luigi, is already Italian, so like they kind of got him covered at least.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Mario, what are we going to do? Are we going to go to the castle? Or are we going to save the princess? What's happening here?
What?
See, I think this is why we need to do a podcast for Mario and Sonic, because we've got a lot to talk about with them.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, I could talk about Mario like all day. Anyway.
It's like me with Cartoon Network. I could talk about that anytime, any day.
Yeah. I just hope there will be a friendly competition between the Mario fans and the Sonic fans in terms of the movie.
I mean, when's Mario coming out?
It comes out in December, so it's a while away. But I can tell you right now, Sonic fans are already dismissing the movie because on my video, people were like, "Oh, Chris Pratt bad as Mario. I'm gonna watch Sonic instead." And it's like, okay, I mean, it's not a real leak.
That's a bit harsh.
It's not Chris Pratt.
That's a little harsh to say. You're just going to I mean, the movie may not be good, but discount.
I mean, you never know.
That.
Look, stranger things have happened. I didn't think the Mario Rabbids game would be good.
You didn't think
it turned out pretty good.
We didn't think the Sonic movie would be good, especially with that original design.
Oh yeah.
I still maintain I would have seen the movie with that original design. I'm not saying I would have liked it, but I would have seen it.
See, I know people who would have as well, but I would have refused.
I've actually seen a hashtag somewhere on the internet saying "release the Sonic cut," and I'm assuming by that it means the original design cut.
Yeah, it means the original. Which, like, oh boy, that is a rough. I actually roughly a month ago now, I rewatched the Sonic, like the first trailer for the movie, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot how bad this looked. You can see like he's got like white cum hands. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's like if Mario's design, like, because they gave him white hands because they didn't give him gloves. So like. That's like instead of giving Mario his hat, they just colored his hair red and called it a day. Like that doesn't make any sense.
I'm actually gonna watch the trailer right now.
Like to quote, a famous reviewer, what were they thinking? Like, what were they like? Someone had to look at the original Sonic design and say, you know what, I can do better, and then made that.
Oh God, they stuck to the green eyes though.
They did.
Who approved the original design? Who said it looked good?
Someone, like I said, what kills me, what makes me like what kills me the most about it is that someone looked at Sonic's design, which is like, a very good design, like it's iconic. Someone looked at that and went, you know what? No, I can do better than that. And then they did, and then they just made that, whatever that is. That looks like a child, like a mutated child in a suit. I don't know what that is.
It's for some reason
they really just wanted to make him, be a bit more realistic. But
they did that. They did that with
a cartoonish character. They shouldn't need to be made so realistic.
Not to mention, they did that to Eggman in Sonic 06, and they gave him giant nipples on his jacket.
Yeah, they gave him like weird 4 nipples, like his scrotum face. Like you can see his eyes and everything. It's like, why does he look like that?
See now, I was like this the other day. I looked up Piccolo's design from Dragon Ball Evolution. And
don't fucking mention that.
I saw it and I was like, oh my God, that is ugly. I hadn't seen the movie in years, but probably for a good reason. I married someone who hates the movie for good reason. And
yeah.
oh my God,
it's a pretty good reason.
It looks like someone's cosplay costume turned out really badly.
Yeah,
looks like he's wearing the mask
accurate.
from the mask.
I mean, in the Mario movie, always like the first Mario movie, not the one coming out.
The Bob Hoskins one.
It always annoyed me that Luigi never had a mustache. Like, it always annoyed me. I was like, why? He doesn't look like Luigi. I mean, Mario looked like a Mario enough.
I mean, what about Yoshi? Because he was just a normal dinosaur, wasn't he?
See, that didn't annoy me as much because I could extend my disbelief at that point. I was like, okay, you know what? Like, Yoshi is a dinosaur. Fair enough. And he still had the shell on, I believe. So I was like, you know what? Fair. Like, he has the tongue thing. Like, yeah, whatever. But Luigi, I was just like, where's his mustache? And why is he like 20 years younger than Mario? Like, what the fuck? Like, they're not brothers. This is like a son and a father.
What about Dennis Hopper as Bowser?
Oh, that one ticked me off as well. I was like, this looks nothing like a turtle. This is a human man with like a weird ass haircut, like, and a trench coat. What is this? That's not Bowser.
I Rosa, I remember you were sort of like that. You were like that with Godzilla 98.
Yeah.
Because you were like, this bullshit is not Godzilla. But then you went back and watched and you're like, it's not a bad movie, but it's not Godzilla.
Yeah.
See, yeah, same thing happened with me. Like, I watched the Mario movie and I'm like, you know what? That was a really fun movie. But it just wasn't Mario. A good Mario movie. Yeah. Like, it was a really bad adaptation, but it was a fun movie.
No, I think I say that with the Lion King remake. I thought it was a good movie. It was well done for what it was, but it was a bad remake.
Oh, see, I actually disagree with that. I think it was bad for both.
See, I sort of liked where they were going, but the problem is, and I don't know if this is probably not what they were aiming for. It was never going. I went in with one understanding. It would never beat the original, so I just went in with that understanding.
My issue is that they tried so much to copy the original, and it failed in every aspect.
That's fair.
Like so like at least with the Mario movie, there's merit in watching it because it's such a different take. With the Lion King, it's like, what's the point? You could just watch the original and get a better experience.
I mean, that is fair. That is fair.
And I'm not trying to defend. Like, I know I defend Mario on a lot of stuff. Like, that's true, but like.
I mean, to be fair, with Mario, it was his first movie, so there was no movie to compare it to. You just had the games at that point.
I don't even mostly a Sonic fan, but I am willing to defend Mario as well.
Yeah, it's hard to hate Mario. I think like there's a lot of good Mario stuff out there.
Just not Hotel Mario.
Okay, again, not as bad as some people make it out to be.
I mean, isn't it just like an arcade game? Really?
Yeah, it's just an arcade game. It's not like a necessarily bad game per se. It's just a very simple game with really bad cutscenes
that had no reason to exist.
I'll say this: I'd rather play Hotel Mario like over another new Super Mario Brothers game.
So like one of the 2D games.
Yeah, because there's so many of them.
You're just done with them at this point.
I'm fatigued, yeah, because they're just kind of boring
Right,
now.
so basically, it's like another Sonic game with Green Hill.
Yeah, that's how it feels. Like, it's just the same kind of graphics and the same this and that. Like,
You run. Peach gets kidnapped by Bowser. Run to the right. Kill Koopas. Kill Goombas. Touch the flagpole.
yeah, and I don't mind doing that, but like
It's been
just
done.
New Super Mario Brothers is like it's that specific one. It's like I'm done with that.
So
like,
is
they can make it.
So is that why you liked Odyssey a lot? It was different and it worked.
Oh, yeah, I loved Odyssey because of that. Like, it was so different from everything else that came before.
Odyssey is so good.
Yeah, it's like one of the tightest games I think I've played.
Aren't they making an Odyssey too?
Well, that got leaked. But like, we don't know if it's true yet, but a lot of the rumors that were surrounding Sonic Frontiers, you know how that a bunch of that got leaked beforehand.
I know for a fact there's a voice in the trailer. I don't think I heard a voice, but people are saying it's Amy's voice, and I think they confirmed it.
Yeah, it is Amy's voice, but like there was a bunch of other stuff that got leaked before the game even got shown off, including the title of the game. The same person who leaked all of this also leaked Mario Odyssey 2, and it's like, oh, and apparently Luigi's going to be in it as well, like actually playable. And I'm like, oh,
I'm still disappointed that Sonic Frontiers is not a Wild West game.
I'm disappointed they've not shown any gameplay yet.
Well, I mean, when does Frontiers come out?
This year.
Sometime-
Holiday this year.
I hate when they're that vague. I mean, it'll be around Christmas probably, but
It makes me a bit worried that they're being very vague. Because what have they got to hide?
Oh, have you guys like seen Encanto?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've not seen it.
Okay. What did you think of it, Hamish?
Okay.
oh boy.
Hot take here. I thought it was just okay. I didn't think it was amazing.
To be
I
fair,
thought it was just all right.
To be fair, so did I. Let's put it this way: I got bored within the first song. I thought that song lasted forever. And to be fair, the concept of that movie's been done so many times. It's like Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
It's like Wreck-It Ralph. They frown upon Ralph because his position is a bad guy, but then he comes in and saves the day in the end, and they all respect him for that. It turns out he is the answer for that.
Yeah.
So
He just, he himself gets confidence, like, oh, there's nothing bad about who I am. Like,
yeah, honestly, I just thought it was a mediocre movie that with a plot that's been done.
I loved the "We Don't Talk About Bruno" song, but that was really about it.
This is my problem. I can't watch anything that has hype apart from stuff like Avengers Endgame. I can't watch anything with severe hype because
What about Sonic 2?
Oh, I'm watching that obviously.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna watch it trillions of times on the big screen.
Yeah, knowing you, Alex, you probably
I'll come
will.
with you. Yeah.
No, actually, Alex, knowing you'll be like, you go in, see the movie, you come back out, you say, "Wow, that's amazing." Go straight up to the ticket window. Yeah, can I get a ticket for Sonic 2, please? Yeah,
My mom has actually said to me that seeing more than one film at a big screen in one day is actually bad for you.
would that stop you though?
No.
I
But I'm going to take her advice into consideration.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
not
fair.
so often.
You get a bucket of popcorn and say, "Yeah, I'll take that advice into consideration." Right, here's my ticket. Here's a Sonic 2.
It was so good, I saw it 2 times.
It was so good. I had to see it again and again and again. So they banned me from the cinema.
I'm looking forward to Sonic 2. I think the trailer, it's night and day, right? Like, from the first trailer they showed of the first movie compared to what we have now. Like, when they showed off that first trailer, I shit you not, I was at work, right? When they showed off the first trailer for the first Sonic movie, like the one with the really bad design.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I got a bunch of messages from my friends saying like, "Hamish, did you see it?" And I went, "See what?" And they were like, Did you see the Sonic trailer?" I'm like, "Oh." And they're like, "Hamish, they have fucked up really bad." And I'm like, "Oh no, they did it, didn't they? They actually did it." I got home. I waited until I got home to watch it. I put it on my TV just to see this in action. The moment Sonic showed up, I actually paused it and went, "Oh my god! Oh god! What? And then when it showed the meow bit, I actually paused it again. I'm like, what the? He's got teeth. Why does he look like that? That's not Sonic. That's a gremlin.
It's a gremlin.
I was actually in shock. I was like, oh fuck. I could actually feel my skin going pale. Like, I was like, what is that? I was in astonishment.
I think
I was in awe.
The moment I saw it, I had tried to think about just. I mean, I said I was going to be generous and just go and see it anyway. But then the moment the new design came out, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not.
See, I've learned when I saw Fast and Furious 9 to never have expectations for a movie. So honestly, with Sonic, I would have seen it.
my expectations for the Mario movie are both very high and very low.
So you're in the middle, basically.
The high comes from being like, okay, you know,
maybe
it might be good.
It might be good.
It might be good. But another side of that is also, it might also just be really bad, but really funny.
So basically, you're hoping for something in the middle, then.
Do you know how I think it's going to be? I think they're going to have a bunch of weird pop culture references, like Mario's going to reference Star Wars or something at some point. And they're going to have one bit where like they're going to reference like COVID or something to be hip.
God.
Like it's like they're going to be like, Luigi, you got to put your mask on before we enter the castle. It's like, oh, okay, I'll put my mask on. It won't fit over my nose, Mario.
See, I'm trying to think of something else that's done that. I mean, the Powerpuff Girls reboot, they did a lot of pop culture things. I remember this. The Flintstones, Yabba Dabba Dinosaurs. That's a new show with I think it's Pebbles and Bam Bam. I think the worst thing is you see Dino dabbing in that.
Oh no! Oh god! They're gonna make Luigi and Mario dab. Oh, they're gonna do the floss. Oh no! Hey Mario, look at this.
So when it comes to pop culture, how far do you think you could take it before you're like, okay, I get it. That's enough.
They're gonna like do. Oh man. Oh god, they're gonna have a dance party at the end as well. They're gonna do that one thing that every animated movie does. Like they're gonna have like the dance party, and there's gonna be a bunch of toads blowing raspberries and being like, like just like.
And see, and plus it's Chris Pratt. He did that in Guardians of the Galaxy. So
Mario's gonna like strip down to his underwear and be like, hey, do the Mario, like something like that. And
No.
Actually, I just saw Chris Pratt is Mario. Have they done that bit from Have they done a Mario version of that bit in Guardians of the Galaxy where he winds his middle finger up and he says, "I don't know how this works"? Has that been done?
I don't think that's been done, but I could animate that.
Oh God! And then they'll say it's real.
Well, they got the weirdest bit to me, right, is that they've got Michael Keegan as Toad. What is that gonna sound like? Like, is he gonna do like his normal voice?
I mean, what does he sound like normally, Michael Keegan?
Do you know what's the character?
You know the guy that was like behind Obama that was yelling.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah,
I mean, he probably could do Toad actually.
He plays the mummy in Hotel Transylvania.
He probably could do him then.
It's like, hey Mario, what are we doing?
I actually thought that was CeeLo Green, or was that the first one?
Oh, it might have just been the first one. Oh, maybe it is. I'm not sure actually.
I mean, he probably. I mean, honestly, because you mentioned he was Obama's anger translator, I think he probably could pull Toad off. Who
maybe.
So who are you most concerned about? Is it Chris Pratt?
Yes, because I can picture Luigi. I can picture Peach's one as well. Peaches are good at. They chose a good one for Peach. Mm-hmm. Bowser fits perfectly. Like no questions there.
I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking of Morton Ed from Kim Possible now.
Yeah. Even Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. I think Seth is a dickhead, but I think even he kind of fits with Donkey Kong. Chris Pratt as Mario. I don't know what that's going to sound like. And I don't know if I can imagine that even coming out of Mario's like model. Like, just he's like, oh hey, it's me and Mario. We're gonna jump on the block. Wahoo! Like just like.
In all honesty, I thought you kind of almost nailed it.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion.
Wait, nailed what? Sorry, I missed that.
What what Chris Pratt could sound like as Mario on your fake opening video.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I tried to make it sound as if like it would be Chris doing it. But I imagine like it's gonna be.
You're not expecting anything like that whatsoever.
I'm hoping for better, to be honest. Because if it sounds like me, I'm gonna hate it. Like I'm gonna be like, oh man, I could have done better. I could have done that.
Oh god.
Luigi, I can understand and everything like that. Chris Pratt is a weird one for Mario. I never would have expected that.
With Charlie Day, all I'm going to picture is Luigi saying, "It was an empty playground."
It was an empty playground, Mario. Okay, I was.
Luigi comes in and turns out he's a sex offender.
Luigi, what did you do?
Just cast Jennifer Aniston as Daisy and you're covered.
There's one bit in Always Sunny where they're trying to put Charlie Day's character on a date, but he's really bad at everything. And at one point they tell him to say he's a philanthropist, but he doesn't even know what that means. So it's just like, so when he's on the date, he's just like, so what do you do for them? And he's just like, oh, I'm a full-on rapist.
Full-on rapist.
A what? you know, like kids, starving children in Africa, people like that. Did you just say you're a full-on rapist? No. It's so funny. So imagine Luigi doing something like that. He's just on a date with Daisy, and he says that.
Oh god. See, I feel like with Charlie Day, you're not going to be able to take Luigi seriously because of what he's done.
But it does fit Luigi's character pretty well, I will say. Like it's a good choice.
Oh god.
But yeah, no. Seth Rogen. It's going to be Seth Rogen just playing himself as Donkey Kong. Like it's just going to be like
he sounds like an ape already.
Yeah, he's like.
Have you actually seen Seth Rogen recently? He's actually cut his hair and his beard.
Oh god,
And
he's become less of an ape now.
Yeah, he looks really weird.
It was in Hot Ones, First We Feast.
Yeah,
he looked a lot. I saw the title and I was like, wait, is that him?
Yeah,
I'm just used to him having the scraggy beard and the curly hair, and it was just weird looking.
yeah. Usually,
I don't know if you guys.
Oh,
sorry, go on. No, you go first.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Never mind.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you continue.
Sorry about that. I was gonna say because the Seth Rogen thing reminded me. When people were asking how I got the movie from the leak, because they're like, "How did you get this?" I just told them "Oh, I stole it from Seth Rogen's car while he was high on weed." It's like. He just saw me in there and was like, "What is this guy? There was this guy in my car. He was trying to steal the movie."
The worst thing is, did they buy it?
I didn't do anything about it because it was really funny.
The worst thing is, did they buy it?
I think someone did. They were
oh my god!
But one person was just like, "So you're not going to tell me how you actually got it, are you?" And I just went, I just told them that's the truth. I took it from his car while he was high on weed. Jesus. This guy with a beard broke into my car last night, but he stole the Mario movie. that's what he's gonna that's what he's gonna tell everybody. He's gonna tell everybody that on Jimmy Fallon, and then I'm gonna get famous again. I'm gonna be like, "Yep, I'm the one who stole the Mario movie from Seth Rogen's car." So
basically, you're gonna be like the damn Daniel guy. You're gonna end up on Ellen and Jimmy and both Jimmys and David Letterman, and then you're like, "Yep. It's me."
I'm gonna get on the table and be like, "You guys fucking suck! I hate your show. Fuck you!"
And then he gets security. Take him out, please.
Security.
Oh god. Should we leave it there then?
Yeah, I think this was an awesome podcast.
If this is a sign of things to come, we are screwed.
Yeah.